Hey, what's up guys, it's Kai. Today is a lighter video. I wanted to do one of my old sit down and chat type videos, and apparently you guys quite like them because when I asked what kind of videos I should make, not only did I get more requests for commentary, I also got requests to do little life update videos. So I thought I'd do them. So in this video I'm basically going to be updating you guys on what I've been doing since I last uploaded semi-consistently on my YouTube channel, which was about 2 years ago. Oh no. I'll also be touching on why I haven't uploaded in 2 years and why my upload pattern in the past has been so inconsistent and weird. And I'll also be answering some questions that I got from Red Robin 13 on my video on Brandy Sheets. Thank you so much, Red Robin. I really appreciate your support. So first things first, what have I been doing the last 2 years? I finally went to university. I think last time we spoke the plan was to go into film or acting, however I decided against that. So while I still do love performance and I love directing and acting and building sets and building SFX makeup and all of that beautiful stuff that I was probably going to study, I decided that it would be best if I learned that kind of stuff in my own time or if I just expressed it in my own time. And instead I found a really great arts program here in my hometown. Other than that, I haven't really been doing much. I've literally been working at university and doing a bit of art on the side when I can, because a lot of my time goes into university and into my friends, who I love to death, and I cannot wait to see them, and I cannot wait till I'm allowed to hug them. I'm going to squeeze them so hard! On a more personal front, I have started going to therapy again, which I started going to just after lockdown started. It hasn't been a long process, but I've been going to therapy again. That being said, I think it's now time to tell you guys why I believe my upload schedule has always been inconsistent and why I'm very set on trying to keep it consistent now. It's also why in the past I've only covered topics that I knew I couldn't be wrong about, or that I knew majority of people who have sanity and common sense would agree with me on. All of those different decisions have come down to, ding ding ding, childhood trauma. My suspicions as to why I have never been really consistent with my uploads is kind of been confirmed lately because I, in part with my new therapist, have contacted my childhood therapist and gotten my notes from all my childhood therapy sessions, and reading them fucked me up, but it confirmed a lot of the things that I believed about my childhood even though I don't remember them. For those of you who don't know, I don't remember most of my life. About 80% of it I don't remember. From grade 11 or 12 down is a blur. I have 1 or 2 specific memories of like each grade, or maybe like one for a whole section of my life, but for the most part I only remember general settings and like I kind of know who was around me and where I was, but I don't remember my life at all. Well, okay Kai, what the hell does me going to therapy and me getting in touch with my old therapist have to do with my upload schedule? What the fuck are you going on about? Like I said, it all comes down to childhood trauma. Throughout my life I've been pitted in competition against everyone, and I never ever seem to win. A lot of my childhood therapy notes are my therapist telling me that I seemed to never feel like I got things right, and I struggled with a feeling that I was innately bad. Like I was just born bad and I couldn't do anything right by anyone, even though I tried so hard. And because of this innate feeling of badness I had, and this feeling of being put into competition with everyone around me and losing, I was a very lonely child. Very lonely. Traumatically lonely. And because of that, I grew up wanting people's approval, and wanting people to like me, and wanting people to maybe just not be shit to me for once. One of my therapist notes essentially said that I just wanted someone to not be shit to me for once, and it hit me real hard. So reading all of that, reading about how I tried so hard to please people and I tried so hard to have someone like me, someone just not hate being around me, or someone to just not be horrible to me, I realized that the reason I didn't upload the things I wanted to all the time, or didn't take stances on things that I might get backlash on, is because I really wanted people to like me. And I really didn't want my opinions to make people not like me. I was too scared to share my opinions on more divisive topics, even though I wanted to cover them, because I was terrified of receiving backlash. I was terrified of being bullied again, I was terrified of people not liking me, and I was terrified of having no friends. Basically, I spent my entire life alone, so the fact that I have friends now who are sticking by me is, honestly, it makes me so happy and soft, and if I talk about it anymore, I'm gonna cry. I was scared of getting more bullying than I already got at school because people have always just been horrible to me. And I guess I kind of get it. I went to schools that wanted conformity, and I'm a quirky bitch, and I'm loud, and I just try to make people laugh as much as I can, and I get it. I'm a weirdo who values freedom and hates injustice and doesn't know how to be social because I was never given the chance to be social as a kid, and I get it. I get why people bullied me. Okay, I don't get why people bullied me because bullying is horrendous, but you know, kids are awful. So I get why, of all the people to bully, I was one of them. I understand it, I get it, kids suck, I sucked, and I had my moments. And I definitely know that I had months and sometimes years, and there were a lot of moments where I was not the best person in the world. I was rude and spiteful and hateful and angry, and I understand that, and this is no excuse for it. But through reading my notes from my childhood therapist and through getting therapy myself and being critical of myself, I've realized that it was a coping mechanism for the horrendous pain and loneliness I felt. Oh no! Like I said, this isn't an excuse for my behavior. Okay, it's an excuse for my behavior. That doesn't mean it makes my behavior okay. I've definitely grown and I've learned from it, and I am trying my best to overcome this coping mechanism that I had. But now that I know what happened there, I kind of forgive myself because I've hated myself forever because of the way I've acted and the way that I lashed out without meaning to, and honestly, a lot of the time I felt like I wasn't me. But after reading this, especially this quote, it's made it a lot easier to forgive myself. It was difficult for you to stay in close proximity to your sadness and pain. Anger was a less uncomfortable emotion. Shit's deep, man! It doesn't make my behavior okay, but it made it easier to forgive myself, and it's something I'm working on, to allow myself to feel my pain and my sadness without making it me angry instead. On that note, before we move on to the few questions that Red Robin 13 left for me, once again, thank you Red Robin so much, I really appreciate you. Before we move on to that, I wanted to talk to anyone from my past who may be watching this. I don't expect people to check up on me because I have all people to check up on. I'm not the best, and I'm not exactly interesting, but if by some weird twist of fate someone from my past is watching this, I'd like to say I'm sorry. Whether it was to you directly, or you were caught in the crossfire, or you just witnessed it, I am very truly sorry for all the times I lashed out and I was just angry and rude and miserable. I am very sorry that you were affected by it, in whatever way you were. I can't take it back, I can't change it, but I'm sorry. And I just wanted you to know that. And I'm trying to be better. And for now, I hope that's enough. Well, that got heavy. Let's answer the few questions that Red Robin 13 left for me. They mostly gave me prompts for what to talk about for this video with a few, like, direct questions. So I'm gonna go through them all and just, like, touch on them all. What work I've been doing. Outside of studying, I've been doing a few commissions. I did a pet portrait commission recently, which is there if you want to see it. The photo of the painting is taken by the client, but look at the little doggo I painted. I'm really proud of myself. That was my first pet portrait, and it was also my first time working with gouache, and it is a watercolor gouache mixed media on a cold press watercolor paper, and I'm very proud of it. It's really cute, I think. Personally. What books have I read lately? I want to make a whole video on this, but I actually don't read anymore. To anyone who knew me in high school, especially in the early years of high school, like grade 8 and 9, that'll be completely weird because I was never anywhere without a book. I was the person who got reading books taken away by teachers because I was reading in class. But I discovered something within the last 2 years that kind of destroyed reading for me, and I haven't been able to kind of get past it yet. I'm working on it, but it's kind of destroyed reading for me. I have aphantasia, and to anyone who doesn't know what aphantasia is, it basically means that I don't have a mind's eye. So to anyone else who has aphantasia, they're probably like, what the fuck do you mean? No one really sees things in their brain. But everyone else, because people with aphantasia are about 2% of the population, everyone else, when I say picture an apple, chances are you will see an apple. You might see it floating in space, you might see it as a cartoon, you might see it as a fully rendered, realistic apple on a table or in a bowl, but you'll see an apple. I cannot see the apple, and people with aphantasia cannot see the apple to varying degrees. And before I knew that I had aphantasia, I thought that's how everyone thought. I thought that everyone just compiled facts in their head with no actual images, and then I found out that other people can actually see what they're reading in a way. They can picture Hogwarts, or they can picture Narnia. But yeah, when I found out that this was a thing, and that I wasn't actually getting what I could out of reading, it kind of made me a bit envious, and I haven't been able to work past that quite yet. I do want to kind of make a whole video, maybe animated, on aphantasia just to explain it better, but that's why I can't bring myself to read as a pastime anymore. What kind of music do you listen to? I have a really weird array of music tastes. I don't really choose my music taste based on a genre or a band. If I like a song, I like a song. I will say that the people I listen to the most, because I like most of their songs, is Halsey, Haley Steinfeld, Cavetown. Cavetown is so good. I love Cavetown so much. I still listen to the Weepies quite a bit, but then of course I also like other things. You know, I have my music taste ranges. It really depends on the day and what I'll think of the song. So if you have songs that you think I might like, or that you like and you want to know my opinion on for some reason, let me know. You can always share them with me, and I might just start screaming them from the top of my lungs in my room while I do stuff. But my highest recommendation at the moment is definitely Cavetown. Cavetown is so good. Just listen to Cavetown, man. Cavetown is so good. Plans for the future. I'm really excited to go back to uni. I'm so excited to go back. Basically, in a nutshell, my plans are university, YouTube, seeing my friends when I can because I miss them so much, therapy, healing, self-growth, all that. Other than that, I just wanna spread love and kindness and positivity and make friends and care about people, and I don't know, I just want to be a big soft baby. I'm a big soft baby, and I want to be a big soft baby. My life has really been focused on healing and growing and trying to find out who I am, because I feel like I've been stuck in so many coping mechanisms and toxic habits from dealing with trauma my entire life that I haven't really given myself the space to find out who I am yet. I'm really excited to find out who I am, especially since the friends I do have, who are amazing, seem to hold me in high regard, and that's quite exciting to know that the person that I am, no matter what I think about myself and about me being innately bad, the people around me who choose to be around me seem to think that I'm good, and that's really exciting, and I'm really excited to find out who I am. So